Yo, what's up, guys? Oh my god, it's been forever. Real quick, let me show you this. Once again, there's cocaine falling from the sky. It's everywhere. But what's up, guys? It's been so long, I don't even really remember how I used to make videos every day. I feel pretty stuffy. This video is gonna be full of ums and buts and pauses and whatnot. Anyways, I'll try my best. Basically, I'm just back from my vacation. Well, not just back. It's been a week. I'm still jet lagged though. Trying to hold on to it. That's another tip for you guys. If you have jet lag, don't complain. Leverage it to wake up when your body feels like, and you can actually get more work done. Because when you're jet lagged, you wake up fresh compared to when you wake up in the morning normally. Anyways, to move on. Let's start by settling in a little bit about my country. It's been great. I got to see my family after about almost 8 months. For the first time in my life, I have been able to realize a future for myself in my own country, something that I never considered before. So that was pretty interesting in terms of opportunities and things that I could possibly do as an entrepreneur in there. Aside from that, as I came in, there have been a few realizations like I always have when I come back from breaks. One of the subtle ones that I like to share today, because the most intense ones are going to be coming in the following videos, is pattern recognition. The pattern recognition of your life, right? Since I came back, I realized that all the things, well, first of all the things that I do normally, to function properly as a person, was let go in my country, right? I let everything go from the beginning of 2012. Everything I started building on, drinking more water, being more healthy, all these things. I let go of everything. No, I didn't do like any kind of crazy drugs or anything, but I was eating beef at 3 a.m. in the morning, having 4 or 5 meals as greasy as I wanted, just like very yummy food, my home food, and not really just like not giving a shit. And it was fantastic. I actually enjoyed it a lot. But towards the end, it started to get a little bit stuffy. I didn't even go for walks or anything. We went to the park twice, but there was no exercise. I was barely drinking even water. For some reason, I was always like dehydrated because I'm not even sure. There was enough water, but when I'm not here, I don't really like pay attention to any other details. But anyways, what started to happen was as soon as I came back, I was just like, all right, here I go. Finally back for a bit longer time. Let me start getting back into myself. And it only took like 2-3 days for everything to come back. So that was very sweet, and I was surprised. Usually back in the past, it took like, let's say, 2 months again for me to start meditating, being hydrated, exercising, and all the other things I do that make me more successful. But it just came back very naturally. So this is what I wanted to share. I know it's like I'm talking everywhere. It's a long cut, but this is a pattern recognition. It's a very large one, but I call this 3 years because that's the amount of time I believe it really takes for somebody's habits to become them, right? There's so many figures otherwise, like 27 days for you to get used to like a sleeping pattern. Then like I heard 18 months is one of the biggest ones. Probably 18 months is the one I'm referring to, but for me it's more like 3 years. Okay, 3 years is the time it takes for you to really become the person who does that. So for example, before, let's say 2012, I wasn't somebody who drinks water that much. I only had like half a glass a day, and that's something I started. It was one of my first things that I put down on a notebook, that I'm going to start drinking more water. And I put alarms, and I put like little measures for me that I have to drink how much by each time of the day. And it was hard, right? Obviously I would have to remember it. I would forget otherwise. And then after like 6 months, it became part of me. But if I left for long enough, let's say for a vacation, I came back, I would kind of have to relearn it. It wouldn't take as long as the first time, but it would still take some time. Now, as soon as I come back, it's like I wake up, I'm thirsty. As soon as I go to pee this first, second time, I am thirsty right after that. Like all those inner linkings is working again, right? And it only took like a couple days. That's what I'm trying to get to. The habits that you have been trying to form, it'll take about 3 years in my experience for it to be completely you, right? So for you to nail them, you were in this path, and if you nail it from, you know, path B, for 3 years, you are path B. Maybe you go away from it for a vacation to path A or another path, but then when you come back to your normal habitat, you'll come back to path B, right? So no shortcuts, motherfuckers. It's 3 years. It's pretty long, right? Compared to what all the other people say. You know, start getting 6 packs in freaking 6 minutes, whatever rhymes with the words. Anyways, so that's something that I really want you guys to really ask yourself on. Is pattern recognition. You know, it's very important, and it's a big insight, right? It goes hand in hand with, again, meditation. You know, I really believe that once I started meditating a bit longer, it's allowed me to recognize patterns better, right? So this is a very long one. It could be a bit easier, but it's all the way down to recognize patterns to the very everyday tasks. If this happens and then you realize yourself, you do this. So what could you take from it? And the closest one would be thoughts. Thoughts are the starting point of pattern recognition, because many times, as I realize, even, you know, let's say I'm sitting in my room and then somebody calls. As soon as somebody calls, that's when I feel like to talk. I get up, and due to that, I will now go, you know, get a snack or food. Okay, maybe I wasn't hungry, I was just neutral, but due to having that call, it broke the train of work or whatever I was doing in my room, and now I want a snack. That's a small little pattern thing. It's not exactly with thought, but I'm just giving an example, like how things can happen in our everyday life, which raise us to do something else. Now, if it's not harmful, then it's fine. But if it's something that, you know, gets you, you know, takes away from being as productive you could be, and you want to recognize that, I mean, it would help to recognize that, right? You want to practically recognize most of the things that take you apart your normal route. But yeah, so that would help a lot. And what else I gotta share about pattern recognition? It's pretty much it. You know, just realize why you do what you do, and it's really cool once you get to see yourself like that. It's almost like that, those sayings, you know, like you are a step closer to the witnesser. You know, you're not the body, you're not your thoughts, but you are the one that witnesses the thoughts going by and lives inside the body. You know, you're a step closer in that train of thought, train of talk. Anyways, guys, like I said, this video is going to be full of ums and buts, because I'm not really used to making videos for a while now, but I will get back into it, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Peace.